Hey there everyone, it is Angela Garmon of ARG Coaching and Consulting Group, and welcome to day 2 of our motivational reminders. And today I wanted to share a video that's actually been recorded from an executive roundtable that I did. And so today's reminder is that leadership requires the uncomfortable. And so take a look at the video, and I look forward to seeing you afterwards. Just joining again, my name is Angela Garmon, founder and business strategist for ARG Coaching and Consulting Group, president for NABO Phoenix, and welcome. So I want you guys to kind of sink into this idea that leadership requires the uncomfortable. So I'll let that sink in for just 1 second, because it is natural for us to shy away from what is uncomfortable. So we typically will naturally resist the uncomfortable, right? But I want you to do the opposite. I want you to embrace the uncomfortable. In fact, I want you to think about it for just 1 second. When you think about your current situation at work, what is making you uncomfortable? So just take a few seconds to just jot that down. And as I continue on with this conversation, I want you to begin to explore the why, and we'll dive into that a little bit later. But, is it trust? Is it that you can't trust your employees? Is it the unknown itself? Is it the restructure that you might have gone through? Is it the drop of morale? So you determine what that is. And as you identify it, and it could be multiple things, then you can begin to address it. And I can guarantee you that if you're having some thoughts that are making you uncomfortable, then those on your team are probably having the same thoughts. So you can start by having these meaningful conversations with your teams that are extremely transparent and future focused. And that will begin to break down some of those uncomfortable moments. So as leaders, we tend to sometimes sink into the notion that we have to know everything and we have to have all of the answers. And so during these times, especially like times where things are changing so quickly, it's okay to say, you know what, I'm not quite sure. Or we're still working through some of those unknowns. And even better, you can begin to brainstorm with your team. Once you admit it, those are some things that you can begin to brainstorm, especially around the unknown. So, having a brainstorming session like, hey, what risks are associated with the unknown? Then you can start creating those workable solutions that will create possible solutions, that around what you're currently experiencing. So you want to start having these meaningful conversations so that you can find those workable solutions. So if you continue to resist and you don't have these conversations, then that will create discomfort. So just think about one of those times where you didn't say what you need to say. Didn't it make you feel anxiety, frustration, or maybe even a disconnect between you and the other person? So again, you want to begin to bridge those gaps. So as you begin to shift your team's attention, you can begin to cultivate results. And so I want to give you just a condensed version of the ARG approach. So it's my methodology that I use to help teams as they align, redefine, and grow through change. So when you're going through a tough season, it is easy to get derailed. So every day, I want you to remember to align with purpose. And what that means is, like, every day, break those normal cycles. So every day, have a morning debrief so that you can set the intentions of the day, not only for you, but also for your team. So it will ensure that you and your team are moving in the same direction. And then secondly, redefine the barriers. Because everyone knows that change is pending. So what they're doing is they're making assumptions, which ultimately leads to rumor, gossip, anxiety, and again, more frustration. So you want to get in front of all of it. And by having those tough discussions and to put people's mind at ease, one, you're building trust, as Cindy said, but you're also moving towards what is possible. So become comfortable with having those uncomfortable conversations. So you can say, hey, I heard X, and I want to address it with the team because it is currently impacting us. And so, think about all of those other barriers like gaps because of the restructures or overwork, low productivity. So all of those things can be barriers. So you want to begin to redefine those barriers, but in a methodical way and an efficient way. Again, and leading into the last one, which is finally grow your influence. So this is about cultivating results. So grow your influence isn't about the personal per se. So it isn't necessarily about you. It's about the performance of leadership, your team, and cultivating the right results for your organization. So we're human, we have this natural inclination to give up sometimes or to throw in the towel. And it might seem like you're fighting an uphill battle with change. So it's sometimes easier to get focused on what we've lost and what has gone wrong. So again, shifting your focus towards what is actionable. So that's what growing your influence is all about. It's being intentional and putting in measurable and actionable items into place because we all have clients that we care for and we all have results that we need to produce over those times. So put those measurable goals into place to ensure that your organization is moving forward and in the right direction. It's important for you to track progress and celebrate with your team to ensure that you're moving in the same direction. And I'll close with this. So, and I don't know the exact quote, but it says something like, the pressure of life does not change you, it reveals who you are. So are you focused? Are you the one that's focused on the negative and the uncontrollable, or are you the one that's focused on the deliverables and the results? So by following this approach, you will be able to conquer change and create those sustainable results. And I'll turn it over to Eugene, and I look forward to diving into it a little bit deeper into breakouts. So what's making you uncomfortable, and how can you redefine those barriers quickly? So feel free to drop them in the comments below or connect with me in private message. I'll be more than happy to chat with you on the sidelines. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for tip number 3. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.